System downloaded.
The 16th minute. The 16th minute of PZW.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the
Whoa,
16th.
wait a minute. I'm surprised that you're actually here.
You know, it's been a little bit. I don't really want to talk about it too
You don't want
much.
to talk about it?
No, we'll just
Wait, hold on. You don't want to talk about how you're not a team player? You don't want to talk about how you're not a team player for the 16th minute, just like you're not a team player for Team Stevie James?
You know what? Tommy Corbin got picked. That's fine with me, but we're not here to talk about that.
You
Shane
want to know
Daly.
why?
We're here to talk
You
about
wanna know
what
why
happened
Tommy
on
got picked?
PZW television.
Tommy got picked because Derek Simonetti realized, if you couldn't show up for the 16th minute and be part of that team, who said you would even show up to be on the War Games team?
Again, we're not here to talk about that this week. We're here to talk about what's occurring on PZW television. And that is...
Well, I know what's going on, but have you been there to watch it?
I certainly have. Surprise, surprise. Didn't see that one coming, but it is clear to me that we're seeing some cracks in the foundation of the Reign of Terror.
Are we watching the same show?
We certainly are, because the opening of the episode, of the first episode, took place. Stevie James enters the building. Adam Nessel gets in his face. And it's crystal clear that Adam Nessel is going crazy.
What?
He is losing touch with reality.
Adam Nessel?
Adam Nessel, that's right.
Kenny Nessel's always been a little out of this world, but Adam?
Adam Nessel. And that is going to do nothing but cause problems for the Reign of Terror as we head into War Games, and May Madness for that matter.
There are no problems.
You're speechless. Anyway, the opening contest was the Enforcer, the Bounty Hunter, John Wilson, taking on Richie Sick.
Yeah. Richie's sick, blah, blah.
Before we get to the match, though, KM Cash has some choice words for Richie Sick, mentioning the pizza shop. Says that John Wilson tonight is going to end Richie Sick.
Their pizza's awful.
Adam Nessel cuts in right away, gets to John Wilson's face, and tells him that Richie Sick is the glue that holds Team PZW together.
That is the cheapest glue I've ever seen.
Oh, you went. Why would you say that?
What do you mean?
Richie Sick is one hell of a competitor.
Look at it this way. It has to be the cheapest glue because the next week, Adam was insisting that Tommy was the glue that held them together. So clearly, the glue needed to be replaced.
This is not Elmer's glue we're talking about. We're talking about human beings here. We're talking about two great
Well, what kind of
competitors.
glue do you use? Do you use the stuff that the guy from the Human Centipede used?
I use super glue, as a matter of fact. But honestly, Richie Sick is the glue that can hold any team together, no matter what.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
Okay. Maybe I should do it for 45 seconds, like my hero.
But I can tell you...
Have I hit 45 seconds yet?
know what?
I'm running out of air.
You know what? You're making reference to Tony Spencer laughing at Team PZW when Derek Simonetti did the honest thing and perhaps did the right thing and admitted that perhaps it's not his time to lead Team PZW and passed the torch to Stevie James. That's right. Stevie James is the new leader of Team PZW. And yeah, Tony Spencer may have been laughing. You may be laughing. But guess who wasn't laughing? John Wilson wasn't laughing when he took a Tower of London ritual out of the corner and got pinned for the 1, 2, 3.
You know, I'm pretty certain Richie Sick cheated.
So what you're saying is John Wilson got beat by cheap glue.
Because he cheated.
Richie Sick didn't cheat.
Richie
Tell me
Sick-
how he cheated. Go
Okay.
ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead.
See, back in WCW...
No. How do you cheat?
Well, back in WCW...
No.
There was a rule about the top rope.
Okay, I know the rule that you cannot throw somebody over the top rope. Guess what? John Wilson wasn't thrown over the top rope. He got ritualed off the top rope for the 1, 2, 3. Richie Sick was your winner. And since when is Tony Spencer your hero?
Look, When we get to the rankings, I will discuss why Tony is my hero, but we're not there yet.
But by
so let's move on.
be prepared for your rankings to be modified.
Modified.
Why
would I have to modify my
will
rankings?
get into that a little bit later, but your rankings will be modified.
Well, then let's move
for the
on
sake
to the
of
next
this
topic,
show.
Atlee.
The next topic, after the match, Malcolm Xavier jumps in, Derek Sabrina jumps in, Stevie James jumps in, everybody else jumps in. It looks to be a Pier 6 brawl, and then Tommy Corbin comes in, helps Team PZW clean house.
What do you
When
expect?
the dust settles and the smoke clears, he puts his hand out, and it's official. Tommy Corbin is the fourth man on Team PZW.
Right, after Team PZW comes in and gives a mugging to the Reign of Terror, all of a sudden Tommy wants to be on the team. Kind of convenient how Team PZW has to be on top before Tommy wants to be a team player.
Are you high?
No.
Are you drunk?
No, but I would suspect
Like,
that at least one
Are those
to
really
two,
are those really vitamins you have in your hand?
I'm thinking 1 to 2, maybe half of Team PZW is. If
Are
not
you-
now, they will be later tonight.
Are you confusing what you saw on PCW Wrestling with the created character league you created on WWE 13?
First of all, the latest WWE game I have is Raw vs. SmackDown 2007, and the disc is not working. If anyone has one,
it's time for an upgrade, Shane Daly. It is
tweet
time
me
for an upgrade.
at PZW Shane Daly, but I only want it if it's free.
Man, you are a sorry individual. You really are. You can't even speak for yourself right now.
I don't need to.
Put the pills down, Shane Daly.
I don't have any pills. Quit while you're ahead, Atlee Green. This is slanderous.
Anyway, after it's apparent that Tommy Corbin is going to be the fourth man for Team Project Zero Wrestling, we head into the next episode of PZW Television, where, again, we mentioned Team PZW makes their own declaration of war against the Reign of Terror as we head into War Games. And, of course, as I already mentioned, the big news coming out of this declaration, Stevie James is now the leader of Team PZW.
Stevie James couldn't put a dog on a leash and lead him around. How is he going to lead a team to victory at War Games?
So what you're saying is you know more and you know better than Derek Simonetti. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying the captain of the Reign of Terror, Tony Spencer, the magnificently wonderful, sharply dressed Tony Spencer, is knows more than Derek Simonetti.
Why are you complimenting the number 6 guy on your ranking?
What are you talking about, number 6?
Or whatever number you
Look,
put him at.
We can't go over
whatever
the numbers
insulting
yet.
number you put him at.
It's not time for the numbers yet.
So why do I even listen to you? I mean, you were the commissioner last season, and this time you're not. You just somehow lost the commissionership by some unknown reason that you don't even know how. So why am I listening to you?
Look, a lot has gone on since the last 16th minute, and clearly we're watching the evolution of a brilliant, scientific thinking man, a general I would put up there with Lee, with Grant, with Washington. We are watching the evolution of General Tony Spencer.
Wow, that is one hell of a statement coming from somebody who always insults Tony Spencer. But speaking of the champion, he comes out, laughs for about 45 seconds at the declaration of Team PCW, has some choice words, which really hits a nerve with Derek Simonetti, which leads to a singles match. We're treated to an impromptu one-on-one match for the PZW heavyweight title.
That's right, that happened.
And I gotta tell you right now, I thought for sure we were gonna witness Derek Simonetti once again becoming the PZW heavyweight champion.
Why would you ever think that?
What, that Derek Simonetti could easily beat Tony Spencer
Easily?
to become the PZW heavyweight champion?
Are you insinuating that Tony Spencer is a pushover, Atlee Green?
I'm not saying Tony Spencer is a pushover at all. What I'm saying is Tony Spencer had the luck of the Irish on his side when all of a sudden
He's Italian.
some bullshit time limit rule. Since when do we have
Whoa.
time limits in
Whoa.
Project Zero
Whoa.
Wrestling?
Allow me to
Tell
address-
me the last time you saw
well,
a
you
time
are-
limit in any PZW match. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Okay, now that you're done ranting, allow me to tell you about Adam Nestle's new policy.
Did I not get the memo?
Clearly, you must not have, because I am well up to date on the policy.
Okay, why don't you read it since you have the policy in your hand? Why don't you read it to me verbatim?
Well,
Wait a
I'm
minute.
not gonna go word for word.
Wait a minute.
I'll take the highlights.
Here you go. Here you go.
I'm gonna run through the highlights for you.
Okay.
Ahem. Okay. See right here it says, as of May 1st.
Do you need your bifocals?
I don't have bifocals. May 1st. You know how many days ago May 1st was?
Plenty.
Right. As of May 1st, he is instituting a time limit on all heavyweight title matches.
Oh, and like, what's the time limit? Because as the commentary team didn't get the memo.
It's hold on.
Oh, let me see that.
Okay.
Okay, PZW time limits can be set at a variable within.
Right.
Do you know how vague that is?
Well,
Do you know how vague that is?
he was generally thinking somewhere between 7 to 15 minutes, and
7 to 15 minutes for a
There's
PZW
not
heavyweight title match?
Look, there's not really a wide amount of time between 7 minutes and 15 minutes, so it's just as fair either way.
Adam Nestle. This is another piece of evidence that clearly suggests that Adam Nestle is gone crazy.
What are you, some sort of lawyer or psychiatrist or something?
He must have had some deranged lawyer write these rules because this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I typed that memo you're holding.
What?
I typed it.
Then why did you say you just got the memo?
Well, because it got emailed to me.
You left a pretty important piece out that you typed up the memo about the new rules.
Someone
in
had to type
PZW?
it. Do you think Adam Nestle has time to just sit around and type all this stuff?
No,
while
because he's gone crazy.
No, while he is plotting the financial success of the brilliant wrestling company that we are lucky enough to be working for, go Mr. Adam Nestle.
And one thing I have to mention about the maniacal, the deranged, the egotistical Tony Spencer is during the match with Derek Simonetti, and I've been told, don't elaborate on this much any further, but after hitting him with the figure 4 leg lock with the DDT to the injured knee, he hits Derek Simonetti with a switchblade. And
See? He cut him. Wait. Hold on. I did not say that at all.
That's all I'm going to say. I mean, the legal team has told me not to mention any more about that, but that is clearly, if you ever wanted to add insult to injury as far as Derek Simonetti is concerned, that is the way you go. The audacity to do something like that.
I know. Derek Simonetti tried to pull a switchblade on Tony Spencer.
What?
And luckily, what do you mean, what? We saw it.
I'm talking about the wrestling maneuver.
No,
not
no,
an
no.
actual switchblade
There was
that you stab folks with.
There was light gleaming off it. I could see it.
The light was gleaming off the PZW heavyweight title belt.
So you admit there was a glare in the camera.
Wasn't the glare in the camera at all.
Right. So no one could see Derek Simonetti pull the switchblade out and try to stab him.
starting to wonder if you watched the show as well. Did you?
Yes.
So basically, on this podcast, you were accusing Derek Simonetti of committing a crime.
Well, yes.
Okay, then why isn't Derek Simonetti in jail yet? The whole world saw Derek. If he said the switchblade gimmick,
I
he should
saw
be
it.
in jail. Why isn't he in jail?
Well, I mean, if you can carry a knife on an airplane, then apparently you can carry a knife to a wrestling ring. Who knew?
That makes absolutely no sense at all.
Write your government about it.
Security is much better at wrestling shows. And that leads us to the next episode of Project Zero Wrestling, where Tony Spencer compares himself to Jesus Christ in a very, I have to say, it's kind of a moving statement he made. He's on the beach, and he literally draws a line in the sand and makes mention to the fact that Team Reign of Terror will do whatever he says. John Wilson, Malcolm Xavier will do absolutely, Kenny Nestle for that matter, will do whatever he says. and he wonders about the camaraderie of Team Project Zero Wrestling, since they all three members of that team have a very salty history with Derek Simonetti. That makes you wonder, will one of them stab Derek Simonetti in the back with a switchblade?
You know, that brings up an interesting question. Will one of his own teammates stab him in the back? Hold on. I've got something much more important to talk about. Are you ready, Atlee Green?
All right, I think
It's
so.
time for the rankings of the week.
Okay. No.
I gotta start at the
No,
top. Number one.
No.
Mr. What? Mr.
This
Adam
I'm editing your rankings.
How can you can't edit my rankings? They're my rankings.
I am. You are your rankings.
I am ranking the Reign of Terror. They're my rankings. You
But
can't edit them.
there's a catch.
What? There's no catch. It's I
You
edit.
have to rank. You can only rank the members of the War Games team. Kenny Nessel, John Wilson, Malcolm Xavier, heavyweight champion Tony Spencer. You have to rank those four, and those four only. Go.
Number one, Mr. Adam Nessel.
No!
What do you mean no?
He's not on the team.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's running that whole team.
He's not on the team. He's not going to be in the ring competing at all.
You ever
the
seen
man's
that movie,
crazy.
The Sixth Man?
Yes.
All right. Anyway, in that movie, some guy dies, and he comes back as a ghost, and he plays that game with all those other black folks in it.
So who passed away on Team Reign of Terror?
No one passed away, but
Then what's your point?
Adam Nessel had to retire, but he's going to be there in spirit. So technically, he's still on the team.
He's going to be in their corner,
in spirit.
physically there, at ringside.
In spirit.
The four members of Team Reign of Terror, please.
Okay.
Just those four.
Mr. Adam Nessel.
No!
What do you mean, no?
He's not on the team.
Okay, look, you're going to have to let it go because there is
You're
no
gonna
one,
have to let it
there
go.
is no one higher on the list of the Reign of Terror than Mr. Adam
Okay.
Nessel.
Well, okay, rank 2 through 5, please.
All right.
Please.
All right.
God damn.
Let's see. Number 2. You know what? I'm going to start with 5. Can I start with 5?
No,
I'm going
please.
to go backwards.
Fine.
All right.
Lord have
Number
mercy.
5 is Kenny Nessel. Now, I understand he's a finely tuned athletic machine who moves like an eel and is as slippery as a fox. I think I got that right. And he moves like Jagger. That's right. I've seen that too. Okay. Then we go up to number 4. Number 4 is Malcolm Xavier. He is a wrecking machine, and he is going to walk through the opposing team. Now, yes, he went out a little early in this battle royal that we have yet to discuss, but I can tell you right now.
Spoiler alert.
But I can tell you right now, he held on as good as he could, and he actually wouldn't have gone out of the ring if he hadn't been hit by the force of number 3, John Wilson. That big hunk of a man happened to clothesline Malcolm Xavier, and unfortunately, in an incident like that, with that much strength and power coming at you, you can't help but go over the ropes. Okay, now are you ready for number 2?
I'm very much
ready?
ready for this.
Okay. Now I said to you, I've said some nasty things in the past about PZW champion Tony Spencer. I'm pretty sure I called him greasy. I'm pretty sure I called him no good. I'm pretty sure I said that he dressed like an old blind elderly person.
You're only beginning to scratch the surface of how much you've insulted Tony Spencer.
However, in recent weeks, he has gone and found Buddha. Will you listen? He has gone
Buddha?
He has gone and found Buddha. He quoted from the good book, the Great Gatsby. He was quoting from it on the beach. You were there, you saw it, you just talked about it.
So that makes Tony Spencer your number 1.
No, that's
number
not
2,
the
I'm
only
sorry.
reason.
Okay.
That's not
Please.
That's not the only reason he's number 2.
Enlighten me.
All right. Well, a couple shows before this, he came out and he spoke of how the Reign of Terror would win the war. And he spoke of it purely as a general would speak about going to war with his opposition. Clearly, he had said that he had been reading a book written by a great Chinese man at one point.
If
And
you could pronounce his name, I'll be shocked.
Ready? He has studied the teachings of the great Kung Lao. That's right,
What?
Kung
Huh?
Lao.
So he read so what you're trying to say is Tony Spencer read the movie adaptation of Mortal Kombat.
Look, with much acclaim, I've noticed that he has been, walking just a little softer.
So what you're saying is Tony
Carrying just a little bit of a bigger stick than John Wilson.
So what you're trying to say is Tony Spencer's going to declare flawless victory at War Games.
I think that's the only way to put it. We just have to hope that there are no fatalities.
I can tell you one thing, there'll be no friendship going on as we head into War Games. That's for sure. But tell you what, once Tony Spencer was done making his declaration, drawing the line in the sand, if you will, we get to our next segment with KM Cash sitting there with Malcolm Xavier as they talk about their upcoming match with Tommy Corbin. Crazy Adam Nessel walks into the shot and
Please
said,
stop calling the boss crazy.
he's nuts. He's certifiable. He's out of control. And he tells Malcolm Xavier that Tommy Corbin is the glue that holds Team PZW together, where last week he said it was Richie Sick.
Cheap glue.
And then, of course, he slaps Malcolm Xavier right in the ear, which I was very happy to see. And then we get to the match, one-on-one, Tommy Corbin versus Malcolm Xavier, in what I thought was a fantastic contest. And KM Cash did make allusion to the fact that it doesn't matter if you're a good wrestler when you face a monster like Malcolm Xavier.
There's
And
no
that
illusion about that.
And that almost
True.
proved to be true. Almost. You can talk now.
I have nothing to say to you.
Why don't you talk? Since I've been talking about the actual wrestling matches, how about you try it for a change? Tell me what happened in that match.
Okay. All right.
5 minutes.
I seem to remember before the match happened, actually, I was backstage. I noticed Tommy slip.
Anyway,
slip
Malcolm
some-
Xavier hit him with a Samoan drop. He followed up with a sidewalk slam. And, of course, Tommy Corbin found a way, hit 2 flying knees
That was
for the 1, 2,
The pad
3.
was loaded.
No, it was not. He's taking out many a man with the flying knee. Of course,
Why is he
Wilson
taking men
comes
out? He
in,
has a girlfriend,
and
doesn't he?
Wilson comes in. They mug Tommy Corbin until Stevie James
What are you talking
comes
about?
in for the save. They throw out Malcolm Xavier, and then they double clothesline Malcolm Xavier. Excuse me. They double clothesline John Wilson out of the ring, which leads to a declaration of sorts from Derek Sabanetti. He doesn't dispute anything that Tony Spencer says, and he makes mention of the fact that he's created 3 demons, and that they could easily stab him in the back at any time. And despite the issues they may have with Derek Sabanetti, the fact of the matter is they all have a bigger goal, and they're going to put their bullshit aside for one night, and they're going to take out the Reign of Terror at War Games.
Of course he didn't dispute what Tony Spencer said. How can you dispute the words of the 4th wise man? One guy brought gold, one guy brought frankincense, one guy brought myrrh, and Tony Spencer brought tough talk.
Tony Spencer brought tough talk, but Derek Sabanetti brought some real knowledge to the scene here in that interview segment. I mean, it's going to be one hell of a show at War Games, which leads us to the biggest monkey wrench that Adam Nessel threw into the works and proves without a shadow of a doubt that he's officially lost it. He makes a #1 contender battle royal heading into War Games with the winner getting a title shot at May Madness. And guess who is in the battle royal? The champion himself, Tony Spencer. Why should Tony be in the Battle Royal for his own number one contendership?
Atlee, it's disgusting that you would accuse Adam Nessel of any such thing. You know, just because I was able
I'm
to
not
point,
accusing. I'm
just
flat out
because I
telling
was
you.
able to point out that Derek Simonetti brought a switchblade into a match with Tony Spencer doesn't mean that you have to claim that Adam Nessel sent one of his guys in there with a monkey wrench. Either way, if you're insinuating that Tony Spencer being in the Battle Royal is some sort of game being played by Adam Nessel, I must tell you that that is not the case. Adam Nessel was giving a chance for Tony Spencer to have a reward. Because, see, when War Games is done and over with, and all is said, what's going to... Well, all is never said because Tony likes to keep talking, and I'll admit that. But when it's all over, Tony Spencer is still going to be the PZW champion. And he was just giving Tony a chance to earn a well-deserved night off.
And I find that disgusting because May Madness is our biggest event of the year. And for the chance of not having a PZW title match at May Madness personally disgusts me.
Personally
Disgusts me. I know it disgusts a lot of the fans. And I'm telling you right now, it would disgust the entire PZW locker room no matter which side of the fence you were on. But the Battle Royal was one hell of a contest. Limbs being thrown all over the place. Derek Simonetti was the first person eliminated.
Well, of course. He has no leadership skills.
It made my liver quiver.
He has no leadership skills except when it comes to leading people and going over the top rope.
Anyway, I'm not going to dignify that little response, but the action was fast and furious. And in the end, it was down to two people, Stevie James and PZW champion Tony Spencer. Just as it looked like Tony Spencer was going to earn himself a not-so-deserved night off at May Madness, he eliminates himself, and Stevie James is now the number one contender heading into May Madness. But I have to wonder, will this cause Stevie James to kind of take it easy as we head into War Games? Think about it. If you pin Tony Spencer, think about this. If Stevie James pins Tony Spencer at War Games, he becomes the champion. His number one contendership is null and void, and we still don't have a match for May Madness.
That would be a cheap tactic by a punk like Stevie James to pull, trying to get a night off.
Stevie James was put in an uncompromising situation, and he's doing the very best with what he has to work with. Tony Spencer, on the other hand, weaseled his way into the Battle Royal and purposely tried to get himself the night off. Stevie James would not try to get himself the night off.
Were you in Adam's office when Tony came in and asked to be in this Battle Royal?
No, I was not there, but it's pretty apparent.
If you say so.
Anyway, but, you know, justice has been served in a sense. Stevie James is your number one contender. War Games just got all the more interesting. And we're running out of time here on the longest 16 minute ever, but I gotta throw it out there. Call it War Games. What happens? Who gets the pin? You gotta tell me. Specifics.
I'm gonna tell you specifics.
And don't say Adam Nessel.
Team Adam Nessel humiliates the shit out of Team James when they all slap Derek Simonetti around like a little sissy and pin him. All four of them are going to pin him. Not that they need to, but what's going to happen is with all those thugs that he has on his team trying to break it up, they're going to have to throw themselves on top of him just to make sure that none of those thugs can pull off the man who is actually pinning him.
Personally, I'm going with Team PZW to reign supreme over the Reign of Terror. Haha, see what I did there? See what I did there?
Oh,
but
I see.
My specific pick is Tommy Corbin pins Tony Spencer. PZW reigns victorious, and Tommy Corbin becomes the new heavyweight champion in the process, because despite the team colors that Tommy Corbin is waving, the wrestling machine wants the ultimate fuel, and that is the world title. We're just about out of time here. I'm Atlee Green. This is Shane Daly. We'll see you next time on the 16th Minute. Enjoy War Games, folks.
The 16th minute.